In your English FAL Paper 1, there is one question where the marker is not allowed to use their own judgment. It's question 5, language and editing skills. And here's what makes it different from everything else on that question paper. The answer is either right and the examiner is forced to give you the full mark, or it's wrong and you get nothing. Most grade 12 learners throw these marks away every single year. There is a single mark inside the reported speech question that almost every learner loses, and I'll show you exactly where it hides. By the end of this lesson, you will know the exact patterns the DBE has used in every paper 1. So when you reach section C in your examination, you stop guessing and you start collecting. I am Professor Reason, your exam architect, and welcome back to the channel. If you missed our Sunday's video on the score method for paper 1, watch it right after this one. Together, these two videos are your complete paper 1 strategy for the June examination. Here's the situation. Question 5 is worth 20 marks. That is a quarter of your entire paper and half of section C. But unlike comprehension passage, where the marker has some discretion, question 5 is black and white, right or wrong. Let me show you why question 5 decides whether you will get a 60 or an 80. Section A comprehension is 30 marks, and a lot of it is open to interpretation. Section B, that is summary, and it's 10 marks. But section C is 40 marks, and question 5 alone is 20 marks of those, split into a language passage worth 14 marks and a short picture text worth 6 marks. Grammar and editing have no gray area. There is no partially correct. If your transformation is right, the examiner has no choice. They must give you the mark. That is a rare gift in an examination. So write this down. Screenshot this. I don't care how you remember it. Just remember it. I'm giving you the 8 rules that appear almost every year, and then in the back half, the 6 question types that quietly eat half of your question 5 marks. Stay on the end for those, because that is where the marks disappear without you noticing. Rule number 1, active to passive voice. This appears in virtually every paper 1 question paper. Here's the formula. Write it down. Object plus auxiliary verb plus past participle plus by plus subject. Here's the sentence. The learners completed the test. It will become the test was completed by the learners. Here's the common mistake. Learners change the tense. Don't. From the real 2024 question paper, here's the sentence. Simba has created a delicious braai companion. This one will become a delicious braai companion has been created by Simba. Present perfect in, present perfect out. Match the tense every time. Rule number 2, direct to reported speech. And this is the one I promised you at the start. 4 steps. Number 1, remove the quotation marks and usually add the word that. Number 2, change the pronoun. Number 3, step the tense back 1 level. Number 4, change the time and place words. Now, here's the trap that cost learners a marks in a 2024 examination. Here's the sentence. They robbed me in as a chef who is synonymous with braai. It will become, Chef Benny said that they had robbed him in as a chef who is synonymous with braai. Did you catch it? Robbed shifted back to had robbed, but is synonymous stayed in the present because it's still true. This is the rule inside the rule. Backshift the action. Keep the permanent truth. Miss it and you hand back a mark you already earned. Rule number 3, Concord. That is subject-verb agreement. Singular subject, singular verb. Collective nouns, for example, the team, the committee, the government. Those are singular. And straight from the question paper, here's the sentence. Chef Benny believe. This one had to become Chef Benny believes. That is one person, singular verb. Watch this one. One of the learners has submitted. So here the subject is one, not learners. So the verb is singular. Read the sentence aloud in your head. If it sounds wrong, it usually is. Rule number 4, tense consistency. Question 5 will hand you a sentence with a tense error to fix. Find the anchor tense, the verb that's clearly correct, and make the rest agree. For example, here's the sentence. She walks to school and greeted her friends. The anchor verb is walks. That is present tense. So, greeted becomes greets. The common mistake here is overcorrecting. If a passage shifts tense for a genuine reason, like something that has happened earlier, that shift is correct. Don't fix what isn't broken. Rule number 5. Apostrophes. 2 uses. Only 2. The first one is possession. The learner's book. That is singular. Apostrophe before the S. The learner's books. That is plural. After the S. Contraction. It equals it is. The single biggest trap, and it was literally the first question in 2024 question paper, is it versus it's. The paper wrote, it's the perfect occasion. The correction is it's, because it means it is. Here's the test. If you can replace it with it is, it needs the apostrophe. If you can't, drop it. Here's your quick checkpoint. We are halfway. If this is already making question 5 feel winnable, hit subscribe button now, because the June paper 2 breakdown drops next. Now, the next 3 rules are the fast marks, and after them comes the back half of question 5 that almost any teacher teaches. Let's go. Rule number 6, negative form. If there is an auxiliary verb, is, are, was, have, has, will, can, could, just add not after it. If there is no auxiliary verb, introduce one using do, does, or did. It should match to the tense. From the 2024 question paper, here's the sentence. The new steakhouse beef stands out as distinct. So this one becomes doesn't stand out. See it? Stands became stands. Once you bring in does, the main verb drops to its base form. That is the mark most learners lose. Rule number 7, punctuation and capitalization. The easiest marks on the paper and the most commonly missed, capitals for proper nouns. That are names, places, days, month, the start of every sentence, and the word I. Commas when you join 2 complete sentences, and after introductory phrases. And know your punctuation by name, because the paper asks you to identify them. In 2024, learners had to name the mark in wow. The answer? An exclamation mark. Know them all. Full stop, comma, colon, semicolon, apostrophe, exclamation mark, question mark, quotation marks. Rule number 8, spelling and word choice. The editing section plants deliberate errors. The classic traps there, there, your, you are, to, accept, accept, effect, affect. So 2024 tested essence with an S, corrected to essence with a C, and a homophone for new like new. My secret weapon: write the corrected word in full, not a note about the rule. The examiner wants the right word on the page. And every editing section has one error that is obvious if you slow down. Don't speed read it. These are marks, not a race. Now, here's what nobody tells you. Those 8 rules cover the editing, But almost half of question 5 tests a different set of skills. And this is exactly where learners freeze. Let me arm you fast. 6 of them, rapid fire. Number 1, tag questions. Here's the sentence. It is a perfect filler before a bride becomes, isn't it? Number 2, parts of speech. Know the 8. 2024 underlined there. That is a what? An article. And another one was flavor. That is a noun. Number 3, degrees of comparison. Here's the sentence. Google offers many services. So the word many becomes what? More. Because we have many, more, and what? And most. Number 4, word formation. Here's the sentence. Google is the create. So this one will become creation. Number 5, combining sentences with a joining phrase like as well as. Number 6, numbers and the small stuff. Write 0 as a word. Z-E-R-O. 0. Or not. Or nil. And watch also for prepositions. For example, a flavor of chips. Not a flavor in chips. Master the 8 rules and these 6 transformations. And no question in question 5 can surprise you in your examination. So here's your exam day game plan. Question 5 is half of section C's marks. So give it about 20 minutes and protect it. First, read every sub-question and name the rule each one tests. Then answer what you are sure of first and circle the hard ones to come back to. In your last few minutes, recheck tense, Concord, apostrophes and spelling on every answer. 1 mark, 1 correct answer. The examiner wants the corrected sentence, not your grammar lesson. Let's log it in. The 8 golden rules. Active to passive, reported speech, keep what is still true. Concord tenses, find the anchor. Apostrophes, its versus its. Negative form, punctuation, know the marks by name and spelling. Write the corrected word in full, plus the 6 transformation. Screenshot this now. It's your question 5 cheat sheet for June examination. Then drop the one you find hardest in the comments and I'll reply with a practice question built just for you. Stay focused, stay ready, and let's ace paper 1 together. Question 5 is 20 marks and they are yours. Go and take them. Professor Reason, class dismissed.